Welcome, everybody. I sure hope you liked my new introduction. I'm excited about it, and my guest actually was instrumental in getting me to change my intro, so I can't wait to get to her. But before we do, I've got to explain what we do. Life is precious, and I think we'd all agree about that. But often we find that we take the very things that we do every day in life for granted until something happens in a blink of an eye. I'm Tom Russo, and this is In a Blink of an Eye, where we discuss stories from ordinary people whose lives are changed in an instant and how they overcame through faith, courage, and determination. So join me on this podcast for uplifting stories of how people face various challenges and learn to not only survive, but thrive. In a Blink of an Eye is sponsored by TradingCardsMarketplace.com. Discover, connect, and collect. That's TradingCardsMarketplace.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have such a treat for you today because I have a renowned author, human rights advocate, just a wonderfully, incredibly intelligent and motivated woman who has done so many things. We have Mariela George with us today. Mariela, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks so much for having me, and thank you for this huge info. I mean, I don't think about myself in
Oh, I think you
in
deserve
these
even
terms.
more. I've done my research on you, young lady. I have done my research, and I know you have such an incredible story to share with the world. And so I'm going to toss it to you right now. Tell us a little bit about where you grew up. I know you were born in Bulgaria. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, okay. So I was born in Bulgaria in a town situated on the Black Sea coast named Burgas. It's a very beautiful city. It's actually the third largest city in Bulgaria.
Okay.
So Bulgaria is a very beautiful country, but life happened to me. So I tried to immigrate in Germany first. Then I had both of my sons. One of them, the oldest one, was born in Germany. Then I went back to Bulgaria. I had my youngest son. He was born in Bulgaria. And uh, everything changes, things go on, situations arise, and it just happened that my life is now here in the United States, and I'm so blessed to be here.
Well, that's a fantastic beginning. Let's dive into a little bit about your education first. I know you went to Sofia University in Bulgaria, correct?
Yes, I have a bachelor's in sociology in University of Sofia in Bulgaria, and I have two master's degrees here, earned here in the States. One master's in business administration from University of Phoenix, and master's in criminal justice from University of Houston downtown.
So I'm talking to a really smart lady. That's the
Come on
incredible
now.
thing.
It's just diplomas, nothing else. Just paper.
I have to share with you. I have a sociology degree as well. I do. I have a
Oh, look at
sociology and
that.
psychology degree.
Okay, I call it.
So really cool that
Okay.
we share that together. I didn't get it from Sophia University. I got it from Texas Tech University here in the United States and in Texas. But
That's awesome.
that's very exciting. Tell us a little bit about how you came to Texas, because you're actually in Conroe, Texas now, right?
Yes, I live here in Texas. So I immigrated here, and I'm already close to 20 years I live here.
Wow.
But unfortunately, or maybe luckily, I will never get rid of my accent. Even my sons get
We
make
don't
jokes with
notice your
me.
accent, not at all.
Oh, come on. It's very,
I'm a
it's
Texan.
a
Come on,
very
I
thick,
got it.
it's a very thick
I got all that as well.
But the good thing is that people understand me. So that is the most important thing. If you understand me, I'm good with that.
Absolutely. I adore it. I really adore it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you got all of these wonderful degrees, and I know you are a very acclaimed author. You have written, I don't even know how many books. You've written both Uh,
They're not that many.
you've written several novels, right? That are actually
Well, no, I've written actually only one novel, which was my first book.
okay.
I've written three children's books, and I have written one faith-based
Faith-based
book.
book
With
that's
yes.
kind of a mixture of poetry and
Well, no, my faith-based book is basically a mixture of memoir, Christian apologetics, and theology.
okay.
And my novel actually is based on true stories. Of course, I mean, they changed, but they're actually true stories that has happened to somebody at some
Right.
point. And I used my experience as a a domestic violence investigator to write that book.
Right, right. Now, I know professionally you have spoken around the world. You've been a human rights advocate. You also had some work in the criminal justice system. Is that correct? Kind of because I know your degree
Yes,
was in criminal justice, right?
yes, I worked a few years with juveniles and the juvenile justice center, which gave me like a lot of things that to think
Right, right.
about the justice system itself. And after that, I worked as a police officer and a domestic violence investigator
And that
patrol.
was here in
Uh,
Texas, is correct?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I know you have so many different stories, but I want to go back to your childhood because I know you had a rough childhood. Let's just be honest. You had some things happen as a child that no child really should have to go through. Tell us a little bit about that and expand on how it's led you to become the woman that you are.
Well, I think that our experiences do not define us, but they shape us.
Amen.
Yes, because basically it is not what you have experienced that defines you as a person. You're constantly changing. So it is what you do with those experiences that makes a difference.
Yes.
So I mean, my childhood was really tough, but it's not unique because a lot of children are going through much worse
Right.
situations. But I was raised in a very violent family. My father was an alcoholic, and he was a very violent person. And right now, I'm really praying for God to forgive him. I went through a lot of years, even in my adult years, when I was fighting with um, low self-esteem and um, feelings of not being worthy because of what my father did and
Right.
told me back in the days. But right now, I have forgiven him, and I'm really hoping that he will find forgiveness in God as well.
Well, and that's a wonderful thing, and I want to explore that just a little bit further, if you'll let me. I know that you said it affected you from a self esteem standpoint as you grew into adolescence and then into more mature woman. How did Christ come into your life? And I know you and I off camera, you said that you've had an off and on relationship almost with Christ. That at times you have felt abandoned. And tell us a little bit about that story and how you came out of it, if you will.
Well, I really did have like on and off relationship with Christ for a very long time. When I was a child, actually, um, maybe teenager, when my father and my mom completely separated the second time, and I had my own room and a little bit of freedom. I wrote on my wall uh, like multiple times that God does not exist, that God is dead. I had like a time that I wrote God is alive, and then I scratched it with red marker and wrote God has departed. Um, so it was that in my life, the loneliness that I felt, the constant abandoning that I felt from parents, for people that were around me. Uh, the the reason that I felt so misunderstood and always kind of like really lonely, like
Right.
not in a place where I belong, not belonging to anything.
Yeah, you
It
felt
was a constant,
abandoned by everybody, including
yeah,
Christ.
it was a constant struggle to feel worthy of living and all this. But um, I kind of like always relied on myself. I considered myself spiritual, but not religious. And I took pride in that. I was like really proud of this intellectual separation between religion and spirituality that I was able to
Right.
verbalize and explain. Uh, when now I think that this is one of the moments that I'm ashamed of because I was so blind. I mean, it's a total blindness to think that religion is something bad and spirituality is something that frees you because you're able to create like who you believe to in and create your own deities. We are not gods. We cannot do that.
No, no, but so many people experience that. And I think that's why this hopefully will be helpful to those that are struggling with that same kind of abandonment and same kind of loneliness feeling out there, because you're not alone. It's so important that we tell the audience that you're not alone. God is there with you, and there are other people there that are with you too. And I know that you also shared with me that after you struggled through this through adolescence, and then you had your children, but you also said, unfortunately, that was a series of abuses and other mental issues, as far as getting in your head with a backstabbing friend kind of situation.
Well, I had a person that I really loved.
Right,
This was the man that I maybe it was my first real love.
right.
So I had two children from him. Um, I met him in Germany. And by the way, I kind of like I will allow myself to show. I kind of like used my story, this part of my story, in my book.
Oh,
This is my
yes,
book.
yes. And I have a picture of
It
that book as well
Yeah,
that I will get out there.
it's called The Faces of Unborn Butterflies, and it's based actually on a lot of domestic violence cases that I was kind of involved in one way or another, including my own story, because unfortunately the father of my children um, had some abusive tendencies. Um, and at some point, I had like my cheekbone shattered. But it's right now looking back, it's another proof that God exists. Because when you feel so desperate, when you feel so lonely, when you feel like shut in the corner and all alone, and when you are shaking and have like nowhere to turn to, there is no way you can go through this on your own merit and your own strength.
Oh, I think you're absolutely 100% correct.
There's no way. There's no way.
So
I mean, and there were like in different things, like even in Germany, when I was in Germany, like there was one time when I was nearly raped, and it was just a word that came out of my mouth in this moment that I have no idea how it happened, but it stopped the attackers. It caused one of the attackers to actually grab me and live with me and give me a ride to the village where I live. And looking back, there is no way just my words stopped him. No,
Right.
absolutely not.
There was divine intervention there.
I'm 100, not 100. I'm 1 billion% sure about that. I also talked about this in my other book, like the book that I told you that is fate related,
Yes.
The Paradox of Pain.
Yes. Yes.
Because I truly believe that each of us has a story. And if we share those stories, and if we are wise enough to recognize and share that we went through those stories only with Christ's help, this is our mission on this earth. I mean, we
I
just have to
I
share what
love what
Christ
you're
did for
saying. I
us.
absolutely love what you're saying. And while you're saying that, I want to challenge you because you mentioned something to me off camera that you said you've never really talked about publicly. And I want to challenge you and offer you the opportunity to speak about it if you feel like this is the right venue for you. But you had mentioned about struggling with the devil, actually. Tell us a little bit about that
Yes.
if you want.
Well, yes, I will share this story. It's again, I explained in more details in my book. I share this first in my book, but I will share it with you right now and with everyone who watches this podcast. So I was only 22 years old. I was pregnant with my first child. It was exactly on Christmas Eve. I just came back from Germany, pregnant with my second child. My oldest son, he was like 1 year and 3 months old. So we came back from Germany, and as I said, I live in Burgas, but their father is from Sofia. So I traveled with my best friend. Just a little bit backstory. My best friend, who later went with my with the father of my children. She at the time she used to take a very big interest into like extra sense like things like magics and communication with spirits and all
The
these
spiritual
things.
realm, kind of.
Yes, but not like a believer, more like those all these that is like talking with spirits and
Right.
you know.
Yes.
And she used to paint whatever she visualizes. So we went to Sofia. I met with my in-laws, although we were not married. I consider them in-laws. So they saw their grandchild, and we were supposed to catch the bus back to Burgas in the evening. But this is what happened. We started talking, drinking coffee, and we missed the bus. And this was the last bus. So we had to go to her apartment. She had an apartment in Sofia. So we went to her apartment, and in one of the rooms, she had stored all those paintings that she made. And all those paintings, they were like kind of like scary looking paintings of faces with third eyes, pentagrams around their heads. Um, I mean,
Almost
like very
satanic. Almost satanic.
yeah, very oppressive feeling
Right.
when you watch them. But anyway, so the adult people, we were like 4 adults. We gathered in a very small kitchen, and the only room where I could like put my 1 year old to sleep was the room with those paintings. So I put him on the bed there to sleep, and I'm with the other adults in the kitchen, and we're talking. And we started talking about God. Like, I mean, I guess it's like a normal conversation on Christmas Eve,
Right.
right?
Sure.
So we started talking, and then my friend, she said, well, you need to always have some kind of protection. like an amulet or something, because the devil is very strong. And she said that she in one of the last classes that she took about all those spiritual things that she was involved. She said that she saw a painting of Christ on the cross, and she saw how Satan came behind Christ from the painting.
Oh, wow.
So this is what she said, and she said because Satan is so strong and he can do even that, we need any
Protection
protection
you
that
can
we
get.
can get.
Yes.
Yes. So, and then I said that, I mean, I don't think that we need like protection like amulets or material things. I said, like, if you have like real faith, I mean, that's
That's
enough.
your protection.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you need against the devil is just real faith.
The shield of God. Yes.
Well, I didn't understand the way I do understand now, but I was like recently baptized in Germany, and I was like in this short period when I had like my uplifting moment with God again.
Great
So
awakening.
I was like really convinced that
Yes.
if you have faith, like that's it, that's enough. And at that moment when I said that, my son started crying, but not like normal cry. It's like more like screaming, like something is hurting him. So I go there, I grab him, I try to soothe him. And at the moment I put him back in the bed and make 2 steps out of the room, he starts screaming again. And I'm like back and forth like that. And at the same time, I continue arguing with my friend. And I'm like, no, I mean, faith is
Right.
enough. You don't need anything else. And oh my God, this is like one of the worst moments I have experienced in my life. And I don't wish anybody to experience that. So I have my son in my arms and I'm trying to soothe him. And all of a sudden, I see his eyes changing. And they became like an animal eyes with those yellow irises and like this really vicious look.
Almost demonic.
Uh, not almost,
Very,
not
very much.
almost. It was exactly like this. And his cry transformed into very demonic laughter. And he started laughing.
Wow.
And his face was completely changed. It was not my sweet boy. It was like completely changed face. And right here at the back of my head, I started hearing a very consistent and loud voice. This is the devil, kill the devil. Grab his feet and smash his head in the wall. This is the devil, kill the devil. Like it was like a mantra in my
Gosh.
head. It was like mantra. And I was holding him so tight and I started screaming, in the name of Jesus, this is my son. And and when I was screaming that, oh my God, I'm sorry.
No, this is
um,
this I appreciate you sharing this because I know this is tough personally, and I can't thank you
it
enough
is.
because it's very moving.
When I was screaming those words, then my cousin, who was there at the time, he came into the room and the vision disappeared, the voice disappeared. And I looked at my baby. It was still my baby, my sweet little boy. But he had like bruises on his arms and legs from my fingers. I was holding him
So
so
tight.
hard,
Yes.
so tight. I left bruises on his arms and his little thighs. And like you cannot convince me now that it was me.
God was there. God was
God was
there.
there. God saved my child.
Yes.
God saved my child. And do you know what the worst thing is? That even after that experience, I fell away. I I fell away. I didn't continue like following Christ. No.
Well,
No, I
I
didn't.
think a
It
lot
was
of
like,
people, and thank you for sharing that. And I know that was difficult, but I will tell you that I think a lot of people fall away after a big event like that happens in their life. I really do. Because it's easy to go into that chain of doubt. It's easy to go into why me? I know when my eye happened, I was like, why God? Why me? Why did this happen? I was being faithful. I was doing
you
things.
know what? You know what I think our problem is? Our problem is that we want God to serve us instead of
The other way
us
around.
serving God.
Well said, Mariela.
Yes,
Well said.
because what we want is like, when we have a difficulty, we want to be like, oh God, this is what I need, please do it. And we want like, oh, okay, hop,
Right.
there you go.
Right.
And when we are okay, we just want to do whatever we want, the way we want it, with whomever we want it, until the next time. But it's not like that.
Yeah.
God is not now our servant. We have to realize that He's our creator. He is who molded us.
Right.
And we are here to serve Him, not the
Not the other way
other
around.
way around.
Not the other way around. So you went through this period where you doubted again after this. How did you pull yourself out of that?
Well, I did not. God pulled me.
Fair enough.
And that's the most amazing thing that I have realized. It doesn't matter what. God is right there and His hand is right here, you know. And the only thing is like, you just have to look and grab the hand that is right there for you. So you asked me what happened. Well, I came back from, I went to Bulgaria because I needed, it was personal reasons. I had to go back for the last 3.5 years. And when I came back, unfortunately, something else happened in my family that really shattered me to pieces. We lost one of my grandchildren.
Oh.
So she's my star right now. She's my little star in the sky. Um, but when this happened, um, my son turned to God. He found solace, and he found strength to keep going in Jesus. And interestingly, first I was defiant. I was like opposition. I was like, well, I understand that, but I mean, you don't have to be like so devoted. I mean, you know. And then slowly, it was the time when it was just God working on me, slowly, step by step, not forcing me to do anything I didn't want to, not forcing me to feel anything I wasn't ready to.
Right.
Just slowly waiting for me. Can you imagine what kind of God that is?
It's an incredible. We
It's
have a patient, kind, and all knowing God, and it's so amazing.
it's it's really incredible. I mean, the one who created me was waiting for me
That's
to be
yeah.
ready to accept him. Uh, it's just,
It blows your mind,
it
really.
just,
But it does. It blows your
it
mind.
is,
Well,
it is.
I'm not trying to skip ahead, but tell me the journey that has led you to become such a giving woman in terms of your children's stories, I want you to talk about those a little bit because that's so cool. I actually listened to some of the songs that you have online.
You
I
did?
did. I
Do you
loved
like
them.
it?
I absolutely loved them. The pirate one, and yes, yes,
Right?
and Lulu, the
Oh,
dragonfly or whatever.
yeah.
Yes, that was awesome. I just think it's so cool that you have these talents and that you share them with the world and you share these good messages. And I think it's so important. But how did you get to that point? How did you get to that from all of this tragedy?
Well, I always wrote, like, since I was like first grade, writing was like part of me. It was a way for me to express not only who I am, but what I feel, how I felt it, my hopes, uh, mm, my desires, like my love and everything. So, I mean, writing is not new to me, but since I had my grandchildren, um, I all of a sudden became a storyteller, like because at the moment I saw those little bitty tiny thingy, like, it's just like oh,
Yes.
and I mean I came up immediately at the moment I saw the baby, and I came up with a nickname. It's just like my
It's
oldest
got to be Jamma.
granddaughter went, well, Jama, it's me. Yeah, Java, it's me. But I mean, when I saw my oldest granddaughter, and I was like, oh, that's my peanut, you know? And when I saw the other one, it was like, oh, that's my pirate. And then the next one, oh, that's my dragonfly, because I don't know, they have like something that really made me give them those nicknames. And trust me, all of them, they live up to those
Well,
nicknames.
and that's so
Nicknames.
cool that you put these in these stories. I mean, I think that's brilliant. I think that's so
Well, I
cool.
dedicated those stories to each of them, so I will show
Please
you.
do.
Yeah, so this is the first book that I wrote. It's The Adventures of Peanut Butter Jelly and Banana.
Nice.
And it's dedicated to my oldest granddaughter because she is the curious one in the family. I mean, her questions never stop, and it's like, why this, why that, how this, how that, and sometimes you get like really, uh, like wondering what to respond
Yes.
because like when children ask you, a child asks you, you
You
have to
you have to
give an
say
answer.
something. Yes.
I mean, you have to give an answer. So this is how this book actually was born, and all of my children's books, they are intended eventually to be a series. So the first book is Family Roots and Big Questions,
Okay.
and actually introduces children to what family roots are, what ancestry is, and how important it is to know where you're coming from.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so basically it gives like the story of the banana, where the banana comes from, where the peanut
I
come
love
from,
it.
how they met, and of course your favorite song.
That's
So
so great.
this is this is how the first one was created, and then came my second granddaughter, and she's like a real pirate. So this is
There
how
you go.
this book was
The
born.
queen of the tides. I love it.
Yeah, so it's the way I made it. It's actually an interactive book. So whoever gets it, it can become like a family heirloom because you can write the names of your family there, your grandchildren, mom, dad,
Well,
grandma,
I'm going to have to
grandpa,
get me a
uncle.
copy of that because,
Yes,
as you know, I just had my first granddaughter this last
there
week.
you go. And she's the pirate. She can be the captain.
But
She
I have
can
two
be the
older
captain.
grandsons, but that was my first little girl. So we're very, that's why,
And
for all my viewing audience, why I haven't had a episode in 2 weeks because I was in North Carolina with my family. So
that's the best thing. But she can be the new captain of
I
Queen of the
love it.
Tides.
I love it.
Yeah, and then my youngest granddaughter, Lou, was not born, and this is dedicated to her. The Adventures of Lulu, the tiniest dragonfly. And it's also interactive. There are like three short stories about kindness, and how the light comes within you, because the love God is inside you,
Absolutely.
and all you have to do is just let it shine. Yeah, but so those books are really dedicated to my grandchildren, and that's why I have so much passion about that, because I love them to
Well,
death.
tell our audience how they can get your books and tell us how they can get them.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. So, actually, all my books are on Amazon, also on Barnes and Noble, and I also have a website where, like, anybody who is interested can take a look. I mean, you cannot buy from the website, but you can explore
So you know what you're
and
looking for. Right. Right.
yes, and see more about each.
If you
But
can believe it, we've already gone over my time that I usually allot. We have had such
Oh my
a
goodness.
marvelous conversation, and you are such a fascinating woman, and you bring so much light into the world, and God is doing great things through you, and it makes me so happy to see that you have overcome all these tragedies in your life and become this glowing light for all of us. And I can't thank you enough for your time and your efforts here today. I'm but a small little podcast trying to get organic growth, as I don't believe in all the extra growth that people buy and all of that. I don't do that. I do everything organically, and every subscriber that I have is somebody who has truly subscribed and wants to learn, and I appreciate that so much, and your genuineness just shines through, and it's so
Well,
powerful.
thanks so much.
It's
Thanks so much. I just want to add, like, really quick, that I truly believe that nothing in my life was me.
well,
Now I realize that I had help from above,
yes.
and if it wasn't God, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And I'm literally praying for everyone who listens to turn their eyes to God, and
Amen.
uh, and pray for God to be with them, because since I gave myself to God, you cannot believe how much peace, how much harmony I can feel in my chest. I'm not saying that I don't have
No,
worries and
we all do. We're
no,
human. We're human. But
yes,
Mariella, I
but
can
harmony
see it in
inside
your
is.
face. I can see it in the glow that you have. You're this proud mother and this proud grandmother, and you speak and preach from your heart, and that allows you to write all these wonderful things, and that is such a
Thank you
God-given
so
talent,
much.
and it's so beautiful. I am truly honored that you spent this time with me today. What I want you to do is to hang on. I'm going to end up the show, but I want to talk to you offline. So stay with me. Um,
I'm right
so
here.
if you like hearing uplifting stories of overcoming challenges in life, click the like and subscribe button below. Please do that. That's how I get wonderful guests like Mariella here. Just lights up our lives. These are the types of stories that help people overcome things. Perhaps you have a story of your own to share, an accident, sudden loss, PTSD, alcohol, drug abuse, a natural disaster, illnesses, and you want to share that journey of overcoming. Please contact me again at the email shown below. I will get in touch with you, I promise, and we'll schedule a future podcast interview, even if I get the date wrong, like I did with Mariella. I will make sure I get it right. I rely on viewers like you to share their stories. That's how I grow. Thanks again to tradingcardsmarketplace.com for their continued sponsorship to bring these great stories to all of us. Tradingcardsmarketplace.com, discover, connect, and collect. Awaken the collector in you. But lastly, I want to thank everyone out there, especially my family, our military, our veterans, our first responders who put their lives on the line every single day. And please, for me, don't forget our teachers and our medical professionals who all make the world better one person at a time. But most of all, thank God above for all the blessings in our world. We just need to make sure that we concentrate on them every single day. Until next time, my friends, carpe diem, seize the day.